Polling stations closed at 3 p.m. local time. And as you can see behind me, the polling station that I'm at is starting to empty out. There were a huge amount of people at this polling station today. 9 million registered voters are expected to cast their ballots in this year's election. High turnout is usual in Rwanda. In 2017, 98% of the population cast their ballots. Now, a lot of the people that I've been speaking to today were in an incredibly festive mood. A lot of them said that election day in Rwanda is similar to a wedding day. A lot of them were wearing their best clothes. There was music playing all day. So it was definitely a very festive atmosphere here. And that could be explained by the fact that there's little doubt over who will win this year's election. Paul Kagame won the previous elections in 2003, 2010 and 2017 with more than 93% of the vote, and observers are expecting similar results this year. Now, at this polling station, there were also a lot of young people. More than 50% of the electorate is under the age of 30 this year. Paul Kagame has been in power for 24 years, so for a lot of these young voters, he's the only leader they've ever known. So I spoke to a lot of those young voters here today. They told me that one of their main concerns is unemployment, which is still high, especially among the youth. It currently stands at 16%. But they also said that they're incredibly pleased with what Paul Kagame has done to the country since he became president in 2000. In that time, economic growth has increased sixfold. Life expectancy has increased from 47 to 67. And child and infant mortality has decreased by 75%. So a lot of them are pleased with how far the economy has come. A lot of people have dubbed Rwanda as Africa's Singapore because of the amount of foreign direct investment it has attracted. They also told me they were pleased with the security situation. Rwanda has been in peace since Kagame came to power, so they're definitely incredibly pleased with that, especially in a region that is often quite turbulent.
As you say, Olivia, little doubt as to the result of this election. Kagame expected to win by a landslide. There are, though, these two candidates opposing him in the election. Is this a meaningful opposition on the ballot to Kagame?
Yes, that's right. So Paul Kagame is facing two political opponents, Philip Mpayimana and Frank Habineza. They're the same two political opponents that he faced in 2017. Frank Habineza is often seen as the only credible political opponent. He was here at this polling station to cast his vote earlier today. Over the last few weeks, he's campaigned over issues of political freedom, of food security and of unemployment. But in 2017, he only won less than 1% of the vote. He has said that he's expecting to do better this year. When he spoke earlier today, he said that he's pleased with how far democracy has come since 2017. He's pleased to have been able to run, because the same cannot be said for all political opponents. 6 other candidates had applied to run for presidency, but their candidacies were rejected by the Electoral Commission. Those candidates included some of Paul Kagame's most vocal critics. Now, a lot of human rights organisations have criticised Paul Kagame's government for stifling all of these political opponents. Amnesty International has published numerous reports saying that Paul Kagame's government has intimidated, imprisoned and even killed some political opponents and journalists. But in response to this criticism, Paul Kagame has said that these organisations do not understand the context in Rwanda. He's often said that Rwandan politics are built on the tragic legacy of the genocide of 1994, when 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus were killed. And so he said that what Rwanda needs is politics of consensus and not politics of confrontation.